Okay, I think we are streaming now. Just double checking. See if my channel. Yep, we are streaming. Okay. Hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred today in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing for us to bring to you. The source of this information comes from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music you're hearing, and anything else we gather throughout the show, check the underbar below. Anyway, I am once again joined by
Who is Alice?
Anne.
Senor Lunk da Santa Cruz, Alejandro Juarez Senor Jr.
Dude, what the hell, man? Like,
Dang.
just every time, it just gets longer and longer.
Your name, dude, it's ridiculous. We gotta make it worse.
I am ridiculous.
You are a ridiculous man. Anyway, on with the show. Today is Sunday, aka Sunday, January 30th, 2022. We're starting off in the year 1018. Poland and the Holy Roman Empire concluded the Peace of Bautzen. Which I wonder what that is. What is the Peace of Bautzen?
Boston sounds like a Boston on your butt.
It was a treaty concluded on the 30th of January 1018 between Holy Roman Emperor Henry II and Boleslaw I of Poland, which ended a series of Polish-German wars over the control of Lusatia and Upper Lusatia, as well as Bohemia, Moravia, and Slovakia. Ah,
I don't know.
interesting.
The more you know.
Who wants this
Well,
next?
we're gonna move to 12. Yeah, I'll take 1287 here. We have in 1287 King Waruru founded the Hanathadi Kingdom and proclaimed independence from the pagan kingdom.
Cool.
I should have probably read that a little quicker.
A little quicker.
I might be the fumbles for pronunciations today.
No,
Well,
that's me.
I don't know if we call it the fumbles or the muffin.
The muffin.
You just call the muffin.
Yeah.
Well, what happened in 1607?
In 1607, an estimated of 200 square miles, 51,800 hectare acres along the coast of the Bristol Channel and Severn Estuary in England were destroyed by massive flooding, resulting in the estimate 2,000 deaths. Oh my God!
That should have been mine, and I realized that. That's why I was laughing. Like, I'm the deaf person.
I thought
I'm
you were
gonna be
laughing
deaf.
because he pronounced it ha, not H-A.
Well, you did. It was a little both, but then I realized, like, oh shit, I should have done the third one because I'm lady deaf.
Yeah, I've decided not to continue doing the calling things, because that's just extra work that's needless, because oftentimes some of the people don't even show up. Like, moving on up to 1648, during the 80 Years' War, the Treaty of Munster and Osnabrück was signed, ending the conflict between the Netherlands and Spain.
Wow.
Okay, Alice, your turn.
Yeah, looks like in 1649, a year later today, we have Charles I of England was executed in Whitehall, London.
Dang.
Whitehall.
I wonder how he was executed. Charles I of England? Oh,
The only
beheaded.
way to be,
For
in my
treason.
opinion, like, only beheading, like, the proper way, it's drawing, you gotta draw and quarters the motherfuckers.
No,
Yeah.
the proper way is the way of Mr. Garrison. Fuck him to death.
Oh, God.
I just fuck him out of death, eh?
I love how he fucked the Canadian Prime Minister to death.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, I wish someone would do it to the current prime minister right now, but he's apparently in hiding because of the truckers. He's
Yeah.
scared of the...
Scared of the truckers. Meanwhile, I've been fighting a trucker for months. So,
Did you see the meme of Trudeau? Like, what, he's the 2022 champion of hide and seek?
yeah, dude, have you seen those memes that have been getting posted in general chat earlier today?
Mm.
Like, look in general in IOP right now.
Well, I'll look at it later, but no, Memology 101 did a really good one today or yesterday.
Oh,
It's been fucking hilarious.
this
Biden
aliens
had
one.
another freak out. Dude, Biden had another freak out too. He got mad and started yelling, "What if it's your children? There's nothing you can do." And then it just does a clip back to Hunter Biden where he said Hunter Biden's like, I've smoked a lot of Parmesan off the floor.
Wow.
And I'm like, yep.
Is that why he's so cheesy? Anyway, Mr. Lunk, do you want to take 1661?
Yeah.
Yes. In 1661, Oliver Cromwell, Lord Protector of the Commonwealth of England, was ritually executed. Over 2 years after his death, on the 12th anniversary of the execution, the monarch himself deposed.
Yeah, and that makes me question, like, how, like, why would you go through the trouble of ritualistically executing someone who's been dead for 2 years? Like,
it doesn't make sense.
Like, they didn't take the body out or anything. It's just more of a ritual, just to be like, hey, look, we executed you anyway. It's like, it doesn't count, Like,
we talked about this earlier today. We had this discussion a few hours ago about it, and I was just like, I don't know how you do it. Maybe they took out the decomposing body and it's like, that's it. Put it through the guillotine. There, we did it again.
So
you
dumb.
Happy now? You happy, motherfuckers?
Yeah. Moving on up to 1703, the 47, I think that's supposed to be Ronin? I believe so. Under the command of Oshi Kiranosuke, avenged the death of their master by murdering Kira Yoshinaka. So I think that was the Ronin, the 47 Ronin. Or whatever.
1703? I
Yeah.
can't remember. I didn't know that was...
That's them. That's
Okay.
the 47 Ronin.
Okay.
That was the 47 Ronin? Okay.
I thought that was just a movie, but apparently not.
No, that's
Dude,
based on shoes. It's
they've
kind
done
of
a lot.
inspired by the real 47.
Oh, okay.
Aren't like Ronins like samurais without masters?
I
Correct.
believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Well, we're gonna go
Yeah,
1789 here, but what were you gonna say, bud?
they are masters without lords.
Mm.
They're samurais without lords.
Okay, yeah, they don't serve like an emperor or a king or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever that Ronin were. But we're gonna move from 1703 to 1789. We're gonna do a big jump here. We got Tay Sun forces emerged victorious against Qing armies and liberated the capital of Thanglang.
It's actually pronounced Qing. Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, Qing is Qing. So.
Well, I don't speak Mandarin.
Neither do I, but.
I don't even speak good English, so I mean.
Well, are you going to tell us about 1806?
Yeah, I should probably do this one too. Okay, so we have the original Lower Trenton Bridge, aka the Trenton Makes the World Take Bridge. Oh, sorry, I couldn't read that well. The Trenton Makes the World Takes Bridge, which spanned the Delaware River between Morrisville, Pennsylvania, and Trenton, New Jersey, and it was opened today.
Nice. Yeah, for a second there, I thought I was having a stroke or something. I was like, wait.
I felt like I was having a stroke saying it.
That was a Biden moment right there. Like a mini board salad.
Dude, my brain's mashed potatoes today.
God.
Potatoes.
I've got a toothache over here, and I slipped and fell on my butt today.
Oh man, how's your knee, by the way?
It hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost my headphones. My knee's all screwed up. I fell on my ass, and I've got a toothache. But I'm managing.
Yeah. Well, you're doing the show, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go to
In
1820.
Yeah.
I'll do 1820.
Hell yeah, you will.
4 years later, 1820, Edward Bransfield saw the Trinity Peninsula and claimed the discovery of Antarctica.
Dang. All the way back in 1820. Where is the Trinity Peninsula? Oh, it's that one.
What?
It's that one long tentacle that comes out of Antarctica. The Trinity Peninsula is that very last tip.
Oh, just the tip, my friend.
Just the
Just
tip.
the tip.
Yeah.
That's
Just,
what she said.
just the tip.
Dude, no joke. I've been to like at least one place, like a restaurant or whatever, and it says like just a tip, just to see how it feels, like on the tip jar. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, and they're like, yeah, like how does it feel to tip? Like it feels good. Moving on up to 1826, the Menai Suspension Bridge, considered the world's first modern suspension bridge connecting the Isle of Anglesey to the northwest coast of Wales, was open. So another bridge. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna move up to 1835 now, from bridges to assassinations.
Oh,
So we have the first assassination attempt against a president of the United States. Richard Lawrence attempted to shoot President Andrew Jackson, but he failed and was subdued by a crowd, including several congressmen and Jackson himself.
Jackson's just like, how dare you try to kill me, you son of a bitch. That reminds me of that YouTube clip that we saw not too long ago of that guy who like tried to shoot the guy on stage and the gun misfired or whatever.
Yeah.
And then everybody started like taking turns, like they formed a line and everybody swung a couple times. And the next, it was hilarious. They formed an impromptu line. That was great.
Dude, it was like a Congo line, man.
Yeah. Moving on up to 1847, Yerba Buena, California was renamed San Francisco, California. So.
Oh.
There we go. Good old San Fran.
From Saint Diego, which means a whale's vagina.
What?
What? Wait, what?
So
San
that's why
Diego.
they have a Sea World in San Diego.
San Diego, which is a whale's vagina, translates to a whale. Dude, it's from Anchorman.
Oh my god! For a second, I thought that was an actual thing.
No.
Oh.
Anchorman.
I thought you were giving me an actual fact.
Damn.
So I was like,
San
okay,
Diego does not mean a whale.
okay.
Okay, I got this one.
Thank you.
11 years later, 1858, the first Hail concert was given in Manchester, England, marking the official founding of the Haley Orchestra as a full-time professional organization.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Nice.
That happened in 1862, bud.
Moving on up to 1862, the first U.S. ironclad warship, the USS Monitor, was launched. And actually, that's really cool, actually, because yesterday, what was it, 1945, the last battleship commissioned by the United States Armed Forces was launched. So it's kind of like the closing and beginning of the same era, because like the ironclads and everything, with the turrets, that's what started the whole battleship thing. Like if you look at my stream here, and what year was that? 1862. That was during the Civil War. But this was the birth of battleships and everything. So it's kind of interesting that the birth is one day after the end, historically.
Well, there you go. The more you know. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, buddy.
Who wants 1889? Yeah. Oh, I think Al should take this.
17...
no, 1889.
I was like 1789. My ears are dumb too today. 1889. We have Archduke Crown Prince Rudolf of Austria, heir to the Austro-Hungarian crown, was found dead with his mistress, the Baroness Mary Vasira, in the Mayerling. Where's the Mayerling?
Let's see here. Mayerling. Austria.
Found dead with his mistress. Stopsy.
Oh, it's a small village in Lower Austria belonging to the municipality of Alland in the district of Baden.
Oh.
So.
Oh, there we go. The more you know, right?
Yeah. Oh, cool. I guess I'll add this to the underbar for anybody interested in looking this up.
Yeah, well, there's nothing better than finding an Archduke Crown Prince found dead with his mistress.
Yeah, that is quite a sight. Moving on up to 1902, the first Anglo-Japanese alliance was signed in London. Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Sohan, we got a
Yeah.
pacifist for you in 1908.
Oh man.
Okay. Nice. Indian pacifist leader Mohandas Karamancha Gandhi was released from prison by Ian Jan C. Smuts after being tried and sentenced for 2 years, 2 months in jail for early in the month. Oh.
Dang. Yeah,
I just giggled.
we're gonna have another article about him, 19 late, not too much farther later here. But moving on up to 1911, the destroyer USS Terry made the first airplane rescue at sea, saving the life of Douglas McCurdy 10 miles from Havana, Cuba. So,
From Havana.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
damn, Terry, put it in reverse. Now this is a cool one. Alice, do you want one? Do you want this 1920 or?
Yes.
So, Vin, why don't you take it?
No, I know what it is because I just the way you spelled it. I was like, wait a second. I had to make sure I knew what it was. This is Mazda.
Yeah.
So Mazda was started out as a Japanese cork producing company. Was founded, but it later switched over into making cars.
That's really weird.
Mazda.
Yeah. How do you go from corks to cars? You know?
That would be crazy and quirky.
Yeah. Moving up 5 years after that, 1925, the government of Turkey expelled Patriarch Constantine VI from Istanbul.
Blam.
Dang. Soen, do you want to take this next one here?
Yeah. 1930 or
1930.
Yeah, 1930.
I kind of want the next one
Okay.
myself, honestly.
sure, take it. 1930. The Politburo of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union ordered 1 million average peasants' families to be driven off their farms.
I misspelled that. It was supposed to be 1 million. So, yeah, 1 million peasants to be driven off their farms. That's awful.
It works out. If you want to take this next one, I'll take the one after because it kind of suits my, I'm Lady
Yeah.
Death.
Yeah, oh man, the next
I'll
one
take
is dark as
42.
hell, too.
I'll be right back.
Okay, 3 years later, in
Oh,
1933, Adolf Hitler took office as Chancellor of Germany. Here we go.
And it is the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
I can feel it calling in the air tonight. Oh, no. Yeah, you guys will get this later. Why I keep bringing it up. All right, so we're gonna go to 1942 here. In World War II, Japanese forces invaded the island of Ambon. Yeah, Ambon. We'll just call it Ambien. In the Dutch East Indies. Some 300 captured Allied troops were murdered after the surrender too, which is really fucked up.
Yeah.
At the end of the war, only 25% of the POWs were still alive.
Yeah, the Japanese just really,
They were vicious.
like everybody's so quick to judge the United States by doing what they did with the internment camps, but when you put yourself in that time and that, and the general understanding of things, people had back then, you can't blame what we did, but you can blame the atrocious way that the Japanese not only treated us, but, China and, everywhere else, the Philippines, Australia, Japan were ruthless. They were monsters during that time, during World War II.
Monsters everywhere. I mean, that's the sad thing.
Yeah, but I've never heard of of any other I'm an amateur historian, but there's only one account. There's only one account I've ever heard. Well, not only one account, but only one period where I've ever heard this act happen. The Japanese literally played throw the Chinese baby in the air and catch it on your sword. And how many can you catch on your sword? That is just inhuman. It's just inhuman.
Yeah, that is fucked up.
Yeah, no, and they didn't do it just once. That's why I mean, it's not just one instance. But I've never heard of any other nations during any other conflict doing anything like that.
It's not as bad, but I saw it that that just kind of it's very cringeworthy, but also reminds me of this video where you saw these Middle Eastern people burning it and beating a dog alive.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're not a dog person, but it
Well,
was, I can't believe somebody sent it to me as a sick joke, and
I mean,
it's one thing I wish I could get out of my head,
I mean,
but I
I'm not a
can't.
dog
And
person,
just,
but I don't
I'm
wish
just
that
now I'm
stuff to
just
happen.
thinking,
That's just god awful, you know?
just the baby throwing onto swords, I didn't know that until now,
Yeah,
and I just,
no, like
now
they
that's
actually
one of the,
played, like like when they raided the villages and such, they literally threw out Chinese babies and catched them on their swords. And they
well, now
found
I understand
amusement.
why
Like it's one thing
China
to
gets
kill a
them to be
kid,
really,
but it's another thing to make a game out of it. Like that's just sick.
well,
But
I've heard people playing soccer, like in Africa, playing soccer with like babies' heads and
yeah,
stuff
I've heard
like
about
that.
that too, and I've also seen that in that movie Hostel.
How's it too?
Yeah. Oh, that was the second one. Yeah,
I
that's right.
don't watch those movies. I have no interest in that kind of smut horror. I love horror films, just not that kind.
Yeah. Anyway, do you want to take 1945 while I turn my light on here?
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to go ahead? Do you want to take 1945?
Yes, I would like to take 1940. Oh, wait, hold up. I gotta. Okay,
We're
1945.
yep. Well, you can take
Yes.
either one. You can take the first one or the second one.
In 1945, the World War II, the Wilhelm Gustav overfilled German refugees sunk in the Baltic Sea after having been hit by a torpedo by a Soviet submarine caused the deaths of approximately 9,500 people. That's tragic.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, the Wilhelm Gustav overfilled. Yeah, German refugees, and it sunk in the Baltic Sea. So yeah, 9,500 people were ultimately killed from it.
Not good. Also in 1945, also during the Second World War, the raid at Cabanatuan, 126 U.S. Rangers and Filipino resistance fighters liberated over 500 Allied prisoners from the Japanese-controlled Cabanatuan POW camp. Nice.
I can't fucking speak today.
Caban,
Like my
Cabanatuan, yeah, Cabana, like Cabana, and then Natuan.
She was a showgirl. Okay, okay. 1948. British South American Airways, the Tudor 4,
4.
right? Yep,
Yes.
Tudor 4-star Tiger disappeared over the Bermuda Triangle. I'm gonna do the Torgo theme from Manos the Hands That Fate. Okay, I'm done.
So, Ed, next 48.
Today.
Yeah, the following the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi in his home compound, India's Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru broadcasted to the nation saying, "The light has gone out of our lives. This date is now observed as Martyrs' Day in India."
Dang.
Mother.
Martyrs' Day. Yeah, so, yeah, Gandhi was assassinated today, in 1948. And don't worry, Alice, you get to talk about him too later on.
Oh yes, because I am not only who is Alice, I am Lady Death.
Yeah.
As well.
You kind of look like what's her face from Beetlejuice right now with your hair.
Lydia?
Dietz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the bangs though to go
Yeah.
with that.
Moving on up to
It's just the way my hair puts off.
Yeah, moving on up to 1956, in the United States, civil rights movement leader Martin Luther King Jr.'s home was bombed in retaliation for the Montgomery bus boycott. That's awful. Like, he's trying to stand up for his rights, and people are bombing his shit. Like, that's just...
You know what's funny is like people like talk about civil rights and how there's no justice going on right now and stuff, and I'm like, dude, like, did you not realize like this was going on long before, and you guys yeah, I'm gonna have word vomit here, but it's just atrocious that people think that nothing's changed since the 60s, and a lot has.
Dude, a lot has. And here's the thing. Like, this country is more segregated than we've ever been, even since, before the Civil War, even since slavery. We've not been this segregated.
Yeah, because they're not white skin bad. It's like, dude, race, like, being racist based off, like, and here's the thing is like, there's only one race on the planet Earth, and that's the human race. When it
Yes.
comes to our Homo sapiens, there's only one race.
Yeah.
There's many different ethnicities, and people need to get over that. The color of your skin is dictated based off of your climate, and other than that, there's
Yeah.
nothing different between
Yeah.
anybody else. Anyone can succeed if they have a drive and determination to do it.
Oh yeah.
And there are going to be assholes out there. They're going to get in your way, and people just need to persevere over that and learn to love themselves and love one another.
See, here's the thing. That is life. If you ever want a more true, aspect of life to ever witness in your entire existence, there's a video out there of a gazelle, and literally, as the baby is being born, it didn't even have its eyes open yet, and a lioness was on it. Like, not even opening its eyes to this brand new world, and it's dead. You want to talk about unfair? Look at that gazelle. Quit crying.
It is a circle of life, though. Elton John sang about it.
Yeah. Moving on up to 1959.
But on that point, before you say that, there's also been times where actually a pack of lions have saved a gazelle from hyenas.
That too. So
I mean,
moving on up to 1959, the forces of the Sultanate of Muscat occupied the last strongholds of the Imamate of Oman, Sheikh and Shirazia, marking the end of the Jebel Akbar War in Oman. Oh man. Looks like this next one is yours, Alice, and then
Oh yes, it looks like it is.
yeah.
So we have in 1959 an alarm clock going off. So in 1959 we have the MS Hans Hedtoff, specifically designed to operate in icebound seas, struck an iceberg on her maiden voyage and sunk, causing the deaths of all 95 on board.
Whoopsie doodle.
Oh, silly Billy.
How do you sink an ice ship in ice? How do you fuck that up? Mr. Sohan.
Yes. 1 year later, 1960, the African National Party was founded in Chad through the merger of traditional parties.
Nice. 4 years after that, in a bloodless coup, General Nguyen Khan overthrew General Duong Van Min's military junta in South Vietnam.
Shoot, Vietnam!
Name.
Come on!
Insert Credence. Revival.
What? CCR? Where? What year?
What?
What?
I don't know, but who wants 1968 here?
I will.
All right.
You take it because I want to take 69 and 72 if I can.
All right.
1968, the Vietnam conflict. The Tet Offensive was launched by the forces of the Viet Cong and the North Vietnamese Army, also known as the NVA, against South Vietnam and the United States and their allies. During the trees, man.
Charlie.
During the trees.
During the trees.
It's in
Yo,
the police.
I actually have a Vietnam vet in my family. He was shot in the hand trying to get on a Huey in a combat situation. And I think he saved several people. So yeah, no, like his story is crazy. Like he was getting shot at, and they were all like evacuating or whatever, and then all of a sudden like his hand was wet, and he looked, and it was just coming out, and yeah.
I could be wrong, but I believe one of my dad's guitar players. I could be wrong. If my dad is watching this,
I was supposed to give you the link. I'm
lost
sorry.
his eyes. I think it was the Vietnam War. No, I already sent your link to your website.
Oh.
So
Okay.
if they want to watch it live, they can.
Okay.
But no, I believe one of my dad's friends. He's one of his guitar players, but he lost his sight, and I believe it was the Vietnam War. It could have been the Korean, but I'm pretty sure it was the Vietnam.
If it was Korea, then he'd have to be way old because that was in the 50s.
Yeah, because that was in the that would be Vietnam then.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Dad, if you're watching, text me and correct me about that.
Hello.
You know what I'm talking about.
Hello, Alice's dad.
You'd be like, her name's not Alice. This is Mr. Tiger.
Do you want 69 to 72?
Yes, I did. Okay, because there's just something about the Beatles. The
Yep.
Beatles.
The
The
Beatles.
Beatles held a public performance, an impromptu concert which took place on the roof of the Apple Records in London, was broken up by the police. And all you need is love, and I can feel it calling in the air. I know it's not the Beatles, but hold on.
That was beautiful,
And,
actually.
right?
But hold on, we'll
So,
get to there.
I'm not trying to sing like professional here, but
And
like
by the way, these are the troubles, not the rubbles. I screwed up with spelling again.
I just wanted to say Bloody Sunday. But
Sunday,
yeah,
bloody
the
Sunday.
Sunday, Bloody
Bloody
Sunday.
Sunday.
Okay, so the Troubles, Bloody Sunday. British paratroopers opened fire on anti-internment marchers in Derry, Northern Ireland. Yeah, it murdered 14 people, which died later due to their injuries sustained. So
One of
yeah,
which.
that
So
that
they
song that you like, Bloody Sunday, is
yeah.
about that
Oh
thing.
wow.
By the way, I fucking hate you two used to be good, but now they're just all like he's
Yeah,
Donald's
Bono's a fucking cuck. A douche.
shit.
Also in
Told him so.
1972, Pakistan left the Commonwealth of Nations in protest of its recognition of breakaway Bangladesh.
I'm not saying people who like U2 are bad people, because I like U2, but Bono kind of got a little in his head. Like South Park said, he's just a big turd. He's the world record of giant turd.
Oh yeah, he is.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Randy Moore beat it.
Yeah, he did. What happened in 75? What happened in 75?
We have the Monitor
that-
National Marine Sanctuary was established as the first United States National Marine Sanctuary.
Nice. Let's see where that even
Sorry,
is.
Phil, I didn't get the next one. In
Monitor-
79.
Where is it? There you are. Monitor
I got
National
another
Marine
big for you,
Sanctuary
buddy.
is a site of the wreck of the USS Monitor, one of the most famous shipwrecks in U.S. history. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, cool.
So they made a sanctuary for sanctuary.
Moving on up to 1979, a Varig Boeing 707-323C freighter, flown by the same commander as Flight 820, disappeared over the Pacific Ocean 30 minutes after taking off from Tokyo. Dang.
Damn.
That ain't good.
So today in history we have two different disappearances of airplanes.
Yes. But one was over the Bermuda Triangle, and the other was somewhere in the Pacific, just off of
I've heard
Japan.
there's like have you heard of the they say there's like a Pacific Bermuda Triangle too. I
Yeah.
can't remember what they call
The Pacific Triangle?
it.
Oh, the Dragon's Triangle. I remember this.
Yeah, like it's an interesting thing that will like.
Yeah.
Look
See,
at-
let me look it up real quick. The Dragon's Triangle. Yeah, Devil's Sea.
Devil's Triangle.
Devil's Triangle, the Dragon's Triangle. Yeah. So the Devil's Sea, also known as the Devil's Triangle, the Dragon's Triangle, the Formosa Triangle, and the Pacific Bermuda Triangle is a region of the Pacific south of Tokyo. The Devil's Sea is sometimes considered as a paranormal location, though the veracity of these claims can be questioned.
So is this in the same area that this plane crash disappeared?
I'd assume
It's
so.
the victim of the Devil's Triangle.
Well, I mean, it
Wow,
does
something
look like it's within the boundaries of a half hour of Japan, Tokyo, and here it is. So it goes from from Taiwan to Japan all the way to the northern Mariana Islands. So it's a big span of land.
Bigger than the Bermuda Triangle.
I
Looks
don't
funny.
know.
Sounds like
But
it.
anyway, so do you want to take 82 here?
Yes, I will.
Hey, he's going into a different.
In 1982, Richard Skretna wrote the first PC virus code, which was 400 lines long and disguised as an Apple boot program called Elk Cloner.
So were they cloning elks
Apparently.
before we were cloning like lambs and goats and stuff?
Well, when was Dolly? Dolly the Lamb was 1998.
Wow.
So
You know what's really funny? Because like 89's a pretty interesting one here.
yeah.
I was just looking at it because didn't it just close again?
Yeah, the U.S. In 1989, the U.S. embassy in Kabul, Afghanistan, was closed. Well, yeah, that's because it got overrun by what was it, Al Qaeda or something?
Yeah.
Taliban.
Yeah.
Good job, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon, guys.
Who wants
Ooh,
95?
give him
I'll take
90.
it.
Oh, yeah, you take that one.
Also, 1995, hydroxycarbonide became the first approved preventive treatment for sickle cell disease.
Nice.
Nice. That's fucking nifty.
Oh, and we have one last article here. In 2013, Naro 1 became the first carrier rocket launched by South Korea. Nice. So, any articles in here grab you guys so far today?
It's coming.
About the ships disappearing.
I can feel it
Yep.
coming in the air tonight. Hold on.
I was
That's
thinking between Mahatma Gandhi getting assassinated or the Beatles' last public performance that was like
That
broken
one,
up by police. That's a bit of a dick move,
that one in Jackson pommeling the guy who tried to kill him.
Oh yeah, that's funny too. Uh, man,
That
you know
one, I
what?
think, is the
I'm
one
gonna
that
have
really
to.
struck
I'm
me.
gonna call this show. I'm gonna call this one assassination attempt of Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson beats up his would-be assassin.
Yeah. The only one crazier than him is Alexander Hamilton. That guy was a madman. Like,
Dude, I love, like, in Drunk History, because you have Michael Cera portray him as, like, Alexander Hamilton pointed a gun at Alexander Hamilton, and just Michael Cera holding a gun to his temple. He's like, ooh.
moving on up to Burse. Well, actually, Lunk, you didn't say anything about your favorite article.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Oh, you
About
did?
the plane disappearing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there's a couple that disappeared today, remember?
Yeah, too.
There we go. Like, I'm changing my hair up all day.
Moving on up
I
to
can't.
Burse, we have Livia in 58 BC, the Roman wife of Augustus. Francis Bigot, 1703, French politician. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, 1882, a U.S. lawyer and statesman, the 32nd President of the United States. Douglas Engel Guinebart, 1925, a U.S. computer scientist. He invented the computer mouse. So if you have
better
one
say
of
it like
these,
South Park for the next guy. You better, for the next birthday, dude, you better say it like, Christopher would. With Mr.
then we
Reeves
have
would say it.
Gene Hackman in 1930, a U.S. actor and author. Curse you, Hackman!
You can't get me, Hackman!
We have Islam Karimov, 1938, a Uzbek politician, the first president of Uzbekistan.
Can I get this one real quick?
Go ahead.
It's today's birthday. In 1941, we have Chick Daney. Man who shot his buddy with birdshot.
Square in the face. He was also a U.S. businessman and politician, the 46th Vice President of the United States, and 17th U.S. Secretary of Defense, not to mention his Halliburton company made billions off of the Iraq War. So,
Oh, yes, they did.
yep. Then we have John Bird, Baron Bird, 1946, English publisher, founded The Big Issue. Then we have Phil Collins in 1951. English drummer, singer, songwriter, producer, and actor.
Hold on. Hold on.
Then we have Otis Smith, 1964, a U.S. basketball player, coach, and manager. Scott Ramon Kid Cudi Seguro Mescudi, 1984, U.S. entertainer. That is his actual name. And that's funny, it rhymed. Scott Ramon Kid Cudi Seguro Mescudi. Then last but not least, we have Thidipum Tekapaikun, 1993, a Thai actor.
Damn, that was a good one. I thought you were gonna fumble that one.
Nah.
That's why I was giggling when I read the last one. I was like, oh no.
Well,
Okay,
your turn.
Oh. So we have in 970, we have Peter the First of Bulgaria. That's it. We have in 1344 we have William Montacute, first Earl of Salisbury.
Dude, I was thinking like how funny if it would be if that was like the only death. It's like that's it because you said that's it.
Yeah, he'd be like Peter the First of Bulgaria. That's it.
End of
That's
deaths.
You know what I could have just done? I could just pretended like yeah, that's it. I'm done. But no, yeah. Then we have we have the first Earl of Salisbury in 1344, William Montacute. In 1649, we have Charles I of England, Scotland, and Ireland. In 1770, we have Giovanni Pietro Francesco Agias del Soldanis.
Mamma mia!
Mamma mia! Yeah, well, apparently he was a Maltese linguist, though, a historian and cleric. That was 1770. Oh.
Yeah.
And side note, the lady who is fondly known as the creator of the American flag, the first one at least, Betsy Ross, she passed away today in 1836. She was believed to have designed it, but
Yeah.
more people like to dispute it. I don't know how that one's going. We should look it up and have that for a Jabberwocky conversation.
Folklore is folklore.
Yep, folklore. Anyways, we're going to move from 1836 to 1881. We have Arthur O'Shaughnessy. He was an English poet and herpetologist.
Don't you mean O'Shag Hennessy?
O'Shaughnessy. Well, it says it's Shaughh.
I haven't shown you that video yet, have I?
O'Shaughnessy.
Ron.
Nope.
Where's Ron?
No, you haven't showed it to me. I'm having a dumb blonde look, but I'm not blonde anymore. So, anyways, from 1881, we're going to 1934. We got Frank Nelson Doubleday. He was a publisher, founded the Doubleday Publishing Company.
Reminds me of Dale Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Yep, and 1948 today in history, Mahatma Gandhi was killed. And, you know, he was the leader of the independence movement against the British rule.
The Indian independence movement.
Mm-hmm. The Indian independence. Anyways, and then, also the same day, we have Orville Wright. He passed away the same day. He was a pilot, U.S. pilot and engineer. He co-founded the Wright Company.
One of the Wright brothers.
Yeah, one of the Wright brothers. Remember?
Yeah.
The Wright Flyer, Orville and Wilbur Wright? Yeah.
Yep, I know. Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, well, look at that.
You didn't seem excited enough, you know.
Sorry, having a moment.
Well, this next one will excite you, hopefully.
I mean, they're nice cars and stuff.
Read it!
Would I drive one? I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure, I have driven one before because I was a detailer. But in 1951, Ferdinand Porsche, the Austrian-German engineer and businessman that founded Porsche, he passed away today. In 1958, we have Ernst Heinkel. He was an engineer and businessman, founded the Heinkel Aircraft Company.
Yeah, German engineer. I think I reported on his birth like yesterday or the day before because that sounds very familiar. Like I almost specifically remember that exact person. So.
And then we also have our last staff worthy of note, I guess, today, is Alexandra of Yugoslavia. She was the last queen of Yugoslavia. She died in 1993.
Dang.
I remember that.
And that concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar for any links you may be interested in. For your dose of passive ed daily, check us out every day at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, or
8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Or
7 o'clock Central Time.
Yep.
Or
6 o'clock Mountain Time. I don't know.
Time. Hawaii, you can do the math. It's 6 hours difference from Central Time.
Anyway, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs and subscribe. Until you see us tomorrow, toodles, let's go Brandon.
Yes,
Toodles,
let's go Brandon. Senor Brandon.
Senora
Nah, you got fuck that.